Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Mayan, and I'll be your host this morning. We hope you had an awesome weekend and are ready for this last week before finals. Coming up on today's show, we have weather, a look on college scholarships, and a preview into what Human Rights Day is all about. Today is Monday, December 7th, and Canyon News Network starts right now.
Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Riley DeLeon.
My name is Paisha Stewart.
I'm Kat Gonzalez.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Cadence.
I'm Ava.
I'm Patrick.
And Canyon News Network starts right now.
Welcome back. Last week was full of cool temperatures and high winds. Let's head over to Brandon to see what this week's weather has in store for us.
Hey Cowboys, I'm Brandon with this week's weather forecast. This week we will start off warm but cool off by the end of the weekend and get us ready for winter break. Today will be windy with a high of 72 and a low of 43. Tomorrow we will have a high of 73 and a low of 48. Wednesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 75. Thursday and Friday will both be sunny with highs of 70 degrees. Saturday will drop down to 64, and finally Sunday will have a high of 68 degrees. Well, that's all for me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brandon. Finals are right around the corner, and if you're looking for tricks and tips on how to improve your studying, there will be a Zoom meeting held on Wednesday from 3:30 to 4 to learn effective study strategies. Be sure to look at the daily bulletin for more information. As the end of the year steadily approaches and college is a few short months away, many seniors wonder how they can apply for scholarships. Here's Frank with more.
It is that time of the year for seniors to start looking at college and career plans. Many Cowboys are in the process of applying to college, and with that comes the need to pay for it. One way to help is through scholarships. Canyon counselor Kimberly Goller knows the advantages of scholarships.
Scholarships are important for students because, there's different kinds of financial aid, and scholarships are the ones that you do not have to pay back. So unlike student loans that you have to pay back, scholarships you don't. And so those are pretty nice to have.
There are many places to find scholarships, one being close to home.
All right, so a great way to learn about scholarships is if you go to the Canyon website, the Canyon High Cowboys, and under counseling, if you click on this counseling home, and up here is the counseling website, and then you can see where it says getting ready for college, and then it just says scholarships. So this is the website for everything that you would want to know about scholarships.
Once you are looking for scholarships, there are different kinds to look out for.
So sometimes students think that when you look at financial aid, there's two kinds. There's merit scholarships, and merit is just based on, like, if you did something, like maybe you were in band and you would get a scholarship based on that you were in band, or you were in a sport, or you wanted to be in a certain club. Or sometimes schools just want you because you have a really great GPA, and those can be merit scholarships.
In addition to merit scholarships, Mrs. Goller speaks to another kind of scholarship.
And then some scholarships are based on need, that your family couldn't afford for you to go if you didn't get a scholarship. Well, schools cannot give you any money unless you have filled out the FAFSA. So it doesn't matter if your parents are millionaires and you want to go to this certain school and you wanted to get this scholarship. If you haven't completed the FAFSA, schools cannot give you any money. So the FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. So for even students who were considering going to COC and you want to do the Canyon's Promise where you get your first 2 years free, you have to fill out the FAFSA first.
There are also opportunities just for Canyon students to earn scholarships.
And then the scholarship that every senior should know about is the SCV Scholarship Foundation. It's this one right here. It opened up in December. It's due January 28th. But most scholarships, like we talked about, you're competing against everybody nationally. But this SCV Foundation Scholarship, you are just competing against Canyon kids.
As always, seniors, reach out to your counselor for more information, not only about scholarships, but also about college applications and letters of recommendation. That's all for me. Now back to you, Mayan.
Thanks, Frank. So many of our clubs on campus serve a larger community, one of those being our student task force. They help raise awareness about Human Rights Day, which is coming up this Thursday. Here's Patrick on what this day is all about and how STF is involved this year.
Human Rights Day is celebrated around the world every year on December 10th, which started in 1948. Here at Canyon, our club's student task force is involved with spreading awareness of this day and what it represents. Alexis Robles, the president of STF, shares the significance of this day and how it influences the community.
Well, December 10th is when we celebrate human rights. It's when the Declaration of Human Rights was adopted from the United Nations. And it's basically just a day where we celebrate and appreciate the rights that we have, and how fortunate we are to be having just those basic human rights.
Student Task Force not only raises awareness about this one day, but also impacts the students here at Canyon.
Student Task Force influences students to advocate for those whose rights are violated and speak up for them. The knowledge and respect of rights that students gain from this empower them to improve their lives and their relationships with others.
STF is an open club that students can join virtually and meet in person once we are back on campus.
In the future, we hope to get more people to join the club, and really just for people to be able to understand what human rights is and how many people are being oppressed for not having these basic human rights that we are granted from birth here.
This year's theme for Human Rights Day is Recover Better. It centers around COVID-19 and, quote, the need to build back better by ensuring human rights are central to recovery efforts. To learn more about this day and the missions of it, visit un.org and research for Human Rights Day. For Canyon News Network, I'm Patrick Hunter, reporting.
Thanks, Patrick. Please wear blue this Thursday on your Zoom meetings to show support and come together for Human Rights Day. Students, this Wednesday, ASB will be putting on their very first ever virtual talent rally, and it will be held immediately after your fourth period ends. Your fourth period teacher will be showing you the video, so make sure you stay in at the end of the period. If you have an open period, you will receive a Zoom invitation from an administrator so that you can watch the rally as well. This month, the Caring for Cowboys Wellness Center will be hosting another two-part series of the Parent Wellness Support. These webinars are geared towards supporting parents. The next webinar is tomorrow at 6:30. To learn more information, please visit the Daily Bulletin. As we wind down this semester, it is important to still remain active. If you're interested in running for a cause, there will be the first annual virtual 5 to 10K run to support the Wish Education Foundation. It will be held January 1st through January 9th, so please be sure to register at wishscv.org. Well, that's all for today's show. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CHS News Network. I'm Mayan Mawas, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, Cowboys. Tune in on Friday for our last show of the fall semester.